Stay tuned for all the Happen July holiday news on KMNH. Kids making the news happen.
Welcome to KMNH, Kids Making the News Happen.
The Happen Splash Dance was lots of fun for everyone. This last Saturday, Happen Outside Space was filled with fun, games, and lots of water. KMNH was there as the Happen teens volunteered at all the water-filled stations.
Thank you to Kathy Fletcher and Fletcher Realty for supporting Happen and KMNH.
Hi, my name is Jude and welcome to KMNH Sports. First we start in the NHL where the Florida Panthers are champions. This was their first ever championship win in history, ever. After taking a 3-0 series lead against the Edmonton Oilers, the Oilers tied the series at 3 before the Panthers took Game 7. Starting this month is the Tour de France. It is a bike race in France that lasts for more than 3 weeks, where riders will cover over 2,000 miles. There are 21 race days, called stages, that will take riders all over the French countryside. The Tour de France is the oldest and most prestigious of the cycling Grand Tours. In a few weeks, we'll see if Jonas Vingegaard can repeat as the winner of the yellow jersey. Next week, we'll explain more about the race in different jerseys. We will now talk about the NFL. Off-season training camps are set to begin in less than a month. The Bengals have public practice sessions scheduled for the end of July and early August, where you might get a chance to be up close and personal next to Bengal stars. Maybe I'll see you there. Let's go Reds! Ellie De La Cruz hit a home run all the way to the top level of the boat in center field. He continues to lead the league in stolen bases and is electrifying his fans. Fantasy football is one of my favorite sports activities. If you never played fantasy, let me introduce you to be the winner of your fantasy league. Each week, I'll give you my updates of fantasy football right here on KMNH. Thanks for watching, and thank you for the nice comments about my brother Arlo's pictures. We wouldn't have a show without him. Thanks, Arlo. Keep the comments coming, and we will see you next time right here on KMNH.
Happen will be in the parade this year with this year's Happen's Toy Lab car. Over 2,000 toy parts are attached to the Toy Lab car as everyone celebrates the reopening of Happen's Toy Lab.
Next up, I want to introduce to you 2 bright red examples on why you should always use sunscreen.
I'm Theo,
And I'm Hugh.
and we went to the pool today.
It was a little hot.
Very hot. So hot that we even got a little burnt,
My sunburn doesn't hurt.
but mine stings a little.
My mom hasn't seen me yet, and I know she's gonna be mad. And not just because she's my mom, but she's a dermatologist at the University of Cincinnati, and she recommends many sunblocks I can't pronounce, including Anthelios UV Moon 400 and KO Bure UV. But you can't just get these at any old store. You need to get them from a reputable site like Stylevana. Thanks for watching this sun-toasty episode of KMNH.
Can you believe that this tomato plant might be as old as my grandparents or my great-grandparents? Okay, not this actual plant, but the type of plant. It's called an heirloom plant, and today we'll be going back in time in this episode of Thumbs Up. Hi, I'm Joey, and I'm in the Happen Do-Goods garden with some super old plants. They're called heirloom tomato plants, and for them to be heirlooms, they need to be openly pollinated. And they have to be at least 50 years old. So why should we grow old tomatoes? Well, for one, they have cool colors and shapes. They usually taste sweeter, lots of different flavors. But you don't usually find these in grocery stores. And when you do, they're usually at least twice the price of regular tomatoes. And 2 are grown to be shipped to grocery stores. But even though they're not easily grown, doesn't mean that they should be forgotten. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of Thumbs Up, where I try some of these heirloom tomatoes and they send my taste buds back into time.
Thank you to United Reliance for donating to this episode of KMNH and making it happen.
The next Happen annual event is the Happen Watermelon Blast on Saturday, August 10th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. This Happen family tradition includes up to 100 watermelon and lots of watermelon games for the whole family. If you live within a few blocks of Hoffner Park and don't like rock and roll, then you might want to plan a vacation somewhere else, because this weekend, the air is guaranteed to be filled with the sound of rock and roll during the Northside Rock and Roll Carnival this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's 3 nights of local bands, and we got to speak with Aaron Madrigal, who organizes the event on the Happen Teen podcast.
Third year, 2024 will be the third carnival that I've booked. And it was fun this past year. We were also able to start up a summer series, an additional series. It was like a monthly thing down at the park. Just because, you know Hoffner Park, right?
Yes.
It's a great place that doesn't seem like it gets used in an organized fashion that often.
Yeah.
So it's been really fun to be able to organize stuff down there and have some music, and some good food for the community.
Check our Happens Teen podcast and find out more about the Rock and Roll Carnival on Happens YouTube channel.
Thanks for watching this episode of KMNH, Kids Making the News Happen. Please like and subscribe and let us know what you think of the show in the comments below.